What's up, guys? I'm back to watch yet another episode of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3, and we already have drama, apparently. So, I'm watching this a day after it dropped, and apparently the ratings for the third episode are a bit lower, and people are calling it a filler episode. I haven't seen it yet, but all I can say is Culling Games has a lot of setup. We're gonna get a lot of fights, but there are a lot of things that need to be explained, which is why in the last episode they ended it with Yuki and Yuji and Megami and everybody going down to see Tengen, which is the immortal Jujutsu sorcerer, the only one we have the record of. Now, we need that. We need the information. This is the first time we're getting Culling Games in an era that is not with Sukuna in his true form. Like, why are people complaining about it being in an episode with explanations? I don't understand. If you read the manga, yeah, then sure. But even so, like, you're watching the story again. I read the manga like 1 year ago. I started reading it, and then it ended last year. I don't remember all of the rules at all, so it's refreshing to get an explanation, but apparently that's not the case for everyone. Anyway, let's get this started. Never a dull moment being a JJK fan. Never a dull moment. It's either, oh, there's no explanation for this, or oh, there's too much explanation for. Actually, I could talk for about an hour on how the manga ended when we didn't get a bunch of plot points explained, or how it was incredibly rushed and I did not like it at all, excluding the Gojo dying thing. And then we have the spin-off, which I have read. It is good, but wasn't Yuji the protagonist? I don't know. Like, Gege does not hide his favoritism to Yuta at all. I remember a lot of people were like, oh, Yuta was supposed to be the main character. We can tell. We can tell. This boy has his own volume, his own backstory. Then we have all the moments glazing him in the JJK story. And they glaze Yuji as well, but it's almost like they put them side by side, and then they're like, oh, but Yuji did this, so Yuji's a number one. Oh, but Yuta can still do this, so he's rising up again. And then we have the spin-off on Yuta's grandkids. No info on Yuji. Like, we get a little snippets. Apparently he can't die now. He doesn't age. That's it. We don't know nothing. But anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. This is about the spin-off, and we are watching JJK Season 3 right now, Episode 3. So let's get this started. I can't skimp the intro, it's too good. My girl Maki.
はじめまして全員の子道真の地受体クソーズそして少なの器
Oh yeah, also last time, I don't know if this was just, they racked it up as a subtitle mistranslation, but they called Tengen a he when she is a she, so. And now we have the voice to prove it, so I don't know if they fixed it. At least the version that I watched, they called him a he, and I was like, how's that going? But they fixed it.
挨拶なしかい天元
こいつがこれがこの人が人か天元
君は初対面じゃないだろう
Yuki asking for a introduction from Tengen is hilarious when she literally gave up on being a sacrifice to become Tengen's vessel and give her a new body, and she was like, nah, I'm not doing that, I'm out of here.
なぜ厚生軍を閉じた賢弱に君が同調していることを警戒した今は夏油傑の肉体に宿っている術師だ
天元様はなんでそんな感じなのこいつよくこのタイミングで
Of course Yuji's the one to ask, why do you look like that?
私は不死であって不老ではない君も500年老いればこうなるよ
Did I say she didn't age in the beginning? I don't remember. But yeah, immortal doesn't mean she doesn't age. I think I said immortal and then I said, oh, she doesn't age. She does age. She's just immortal. It is Yuji that doesn't age as of right now in the spin-off.
聖書体との同化に失敗してから老化は加速し私の子としての自我は消えあの時聖書体がもう一人いたわけじゃなかったのか
Well, there was, but
フェアじゃないな護衛の理由も明かさないのかでは
okay, explanation time.
について語ろうかあの子の目的は日本全土を対象とした人類への進化の強制だに効率が悪い賢弱が取る進化手段は 人類と私の同化だ。
Oh, the subtitle's going crazy right now. Yuki looks so good. Oh my gosh. Hold on, I gotta pause this to read. Even I'm like, what the hell?
子としての境界がないんだ。悪意の電波は一瞬さ。1億人分の汚れが世界に流れてる。
Impurities of 100 million.
最低です。
何のためにそんなことすんだよ。
For the vibes. I love that. The explanation for Kenjaku doing all of this for years on years, centuries on centuries is, I just thought it would be fun. That's it. That's it.
変化を果たした今の私は蘇生としては人間より呪霊に近い。私は呪霊操術の術式対象だ。
And whose fault is that?
賢弱の術師としての実力を考慮すると、
Toji's.
した時点で取り込ま。
賢弱は少なとも関わりがあるようだった。
Obviously.
も千年術師をやっている。なぜ
1,000 years of plotting for the vibes.
星小体、そして陸眼、これらは全て
Gojo
因果でつながっている。だが12年前予期せぬことが起こった。全員当時の介入だ。
Toji ruined everything. Toji is what started everything. And this man only did this because one, he was getting paid, and two, when Gojo was a child, he was able to, see him, step up on him. Even though nobody could perceive him, Gojo saw him and he was like, this kid is special. Everybody glazes this kid. I'm gonna kill this kid. I want to prove everybody wrong. The whole story is only happening because of Toji. Do you realize that? And not even that. At the scene of both of Gojo's deaths, a Zenin is directly responsible for it. And I'm putting that on Megami as directly responsible for it, even though it was just his body that was used as a vessel, and obviously his curse technique, but still, do you realize that all of this is Zenin's fault? The Zenin clan is responsible for this. Insane. Okay, the rules.
として死滅回遊のゲームマスターは賢弱ではない。だがこれは君たちにとって不利に働くな。賢弱を
I hate the way they did the reading for these rules. It is so confusing because at the time she is talking, you have to read the subtitles for the rules and the dialogue at the same time, and they go really fast with it. What was the thought process here?
プレイヤーが全員死ぬか、プレイヤーが全員参加を拒否して死ぬか。
Which won't happen, obviously.
五条先生の解放も並行しましょう。あの人がいれば。
Gojo Sensei, come
その前に誰が残るか決めてくれ。
私が残る。
back! My favorite
ま
couple!
だ天元と話し足りなくてね。いいかな、おっこつくん。
はい。僕はもうみんなと離れたくないので。
Yeah, everybody getting slaughtered in Shibuya, and Yuta was over there in Africa having the time of his life, while Nanami was getting killed, while Nobara lost an eye and is asleep. And who else died? The Zenin clan had died, but who cares about him? Oh yeah, a bunch of people died too, but who cares?
これが五条悟の解放、そのために必要な獄門鏡裏だ。これをこじ開けるには、あらゆる術式を強制解除する天の逆鉾、あらゆる術式効果を乱し相殺する極上。
And Gojo ruined both of those.
必要だ。
I think he hid the rest of the rope, because I remember they talk about the rope again in the spin-off of JJK, the manga specifically, but they said there is only a little bit left and it is concealed somewhere from what I remember.
2年前五条悟が海外に封印したか破壊してしまった。北条も去年五条悟が全て消してしまった。
何してるの人。国上の残りは。
See, so they were searching for more of the black rope, but they don't have time for that right now.
で言ってたんですね。
これに関しては無駄したったね。
もうないって。
絵はあるんだろ。
ああ。
Angel!
天使を名乗る千年
Finally!
術師がいる。
Oh my god, she looks so good! She looks beautiful. exactly as I imagined. And I know a lot of people hate her for some reason because they tried to do the little cute moment with Megami and everybody hates her and whatnot. I think she was poorly explored. I wish we had more backstory on Angel. We got backstory for Hannah, but there needed to be more of her. Also, she was glazed a lot for what she did with the Jacob's Ladder. And then to have that amount to nothing afterwards over just bringing Gojo back is crazy, but what can you say? What can you say?
祈願へ渡すと聞くと仰々しいが、日本にいる人間全員に呪いをかけて同化の前準備をしているのさ。
Are they gonna give us the panel of Kenjaku with the girl from the very first episode of Jujutsu Kaisen? It was one of his like classmates for the group that they had, the paranormal activity group. And we have a scene where Kenjaku brings her to one of these, you know, they're talking about the simulation and crossing the barriers. And Kenjaku's holding her hand and he says, "Thank you for being nice to my son." And it is insane to say because we just recently learned that Kenjaku is, you know, Yuji's mother. And even though we got no backstory other than Kenjaku did all of this so that Yuji could be a vessel for Sukuna and whatnot, but still pretty crazy.
11月9日の午前
19 days. Where's Shusumiki?
積み木が回遊に参加するまでの猶予、ざっと10日と15時間。
It's crazy that all the events happen in 10 days, which I completely forgot about because there is so much that happens in these 10 days. And then the tragedy occurs, which I can't wait for this. Shoko!
使用禁止ではなく剥奪だから縛りでもない。
Oh, she is stressing. Look at all those cigarettes!
するわけだからルール的にも剥奪されると死ぬと思うよ。
逆に私みたいなのとか術式持ってない術師はノーリスクだよな。つうかパンダはあいつノート
Does he even have a brain? That's crazy.
コロニーの出入りに関する条項がない。プレイヤーに始め結界から出るという明確な目的を与えて
Yuki just looks so good. She's mogging the hell out of everyone right now. Oh, here we go. Trigger for Yuji.
ここまでのルールを敷いているんだ。呪術的にはこれ以上賢弱に利益が偏ることはない。
また
Trying to read this. I feel like Madara. My eyes like. Okay, Maki. Next episode is going to be Maki's episode. To say that I am excited is an understatement. And here we go with another Gojo flashback.
全員家が持ち出してすっからか。
俺がスカナと変わった。迷わず殺してくれ。出る場合か。大丈夫だ。
Well,
お前らは予定通り近所のとこ行け。
Hikari!
3年生だよ。
今はとにかく人手が足んねえ。何が何でも借り出せ。
Okay, so basically this is just the setup of what everyone's going to do. They're going to split up. Yuki and Choso are going to stay with Tengen. And then we have Yuta who's going to go in the colony already by himself. Start, you know, racking up those points. Start figuring out what's happening. And then we have Megami and Yuji who are going after Hikari. And we have Maki that's going to go retrieve the cursed tools. And we know how that ends.
調査ありがとう。助かった。
Oh, he's gonna cry. He's so sweet. Oh, Takaba. Bro's power is so goated, but doesn't use it like he should.
お前いくつやったっけ35
Damn, Unk.
もうやめてまえあいつもお前も勘違いしとるおもろなくても売れるやつは売れんねん
That is true. That's it? Ooh. Now I see what people are talking about now. I still liked it.
前始めるよ。
Oh my god, next episode is gonna destroy me. destroy it all. Oh my god. Okay, thoughts about this episode. This was a more explanation episode, which I understand. There's a lot happening in the culling games. You gotta understand the rules of the culling games themselves. You got everybody splitting up because everyone has, you know, a different responsibility in order to, one, free Satoru Gojo from the back of the prison realm and manage to at least alter the culling games in order for Tsumiki, which is Megumi's sister, to be pardoned from it and or finish the culling games. But I like the episode. I mean, I understand if you're just watching the anime, or even if you don't like the kind of episodes where there's more just explanations and not fights, but it is important to the story. So I liked it. I have no complaints at all. I am excited for next week's episode because next week's episode is Maki's episode, and it is both tragic and beautiful, but there is also so much action. We see Maki just slaying her entire clan, and I don't know if they're going to split that episode into two, probably, or maybe not, but I guess we'll see. Thank you for watching this with me, and I will see you guys on the next episode.